One of the many reasons the Marvel Cinematic Universe (MCU) was such a successful and popular experiment is that it brings together characters and worlds from different movies and ties them together through a shared universe. Almost all of the Easter eggs and references that are in almost every MCU property pay off in a satisfying way. Here are all the big Marvel references in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. First, Trevor Noah reprises the role of Griot. T'Challa's funeral includes various interesting items, and Wakanda Forever reveals more vibranium meteorites impacted Earth. Trevor Noah is back in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, and this time he's the voice of Griot, Shuri's artificial intelligence. Shuri is an expert on artificial intelligence, which was shown in the comic miniseries Avengers: Infinity War Prelude. This showed that she would try to get the Mind Stone from Vision in the movie Avengers: Infinity War. Shuri is sure she won't make the same mistake Tony Stark did with Ultron, but her mother isn't so sure. As T'Challa was laid to rest, a powerful tribute paid homage to the fallen hero. Symbolic of his many hard-fought battles, his spear and shield from the first movie were placed next to him in respect. Shuri brought forth a Black Panther helmet to commemorate her brother's legacy, an inspiring reminder that despite their loss, they could all still fight on with courage as he had done before them. It's the one T'Challa made for Captain America: Civil War. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever shows that more than one meteor made of vibranium hit the Earth. Another one landed off the coast of South America, and the radiation from the vibranium changed the underwater plants in the same way it did in Wakanda. In the MCU, the Talocanil are people who ran away from the Spanish conquistadors. They ate something similar to the heart-shaped herb and changed physically. They've kept their existence a secret for hundreds of years, but now that people on the surface know how to find vibranium, they are in danger of being found out. The Marvel Cinematic Universe has unveiled a new and exciting possibility. There could be significantly more vibranium in existence than originally believed. Thanks to the hit movie Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, it's now thought that two meteors might have been part of an entire swarm containing the valuable and powerful element. Of course, comic book fans will already know about Antarctica, serving as another significant source for those seeking vibranium. Next, Wakanda is now protected by force fields, not holograms. Wakanda Forever's Kukulkan reference explained, and Shuri realizes Riri is working on Stark tech. One small detail in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever shows how weak and alone the fictional African kingdom feels after King T'Challa's death. In the first movie, the Royal Talon fighter flies through holograms that hide the high-tech cities of Wakanda. In the sequel, the holograms have been replaced by force fields that keep the rest of the world out. Okoye says we're home as she steps out of the Royal Talon fighter. She said the same thing in Black Panther in a similar scene. The Talocanil believe that Namor is their feathered snake god, Kukulkan. Kukulkan is a well-known Mesoamerican god who has been in Marvel Comics more than once. It's interesting to note that Namor's cousin Namora, a secondary villain in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, has ties to Kukulkan in the comics. She was introduced in 1948's Namora #1 when she came across the temple to Kukulkan that was being robbed. Riri Williams, the teenage girl who will become the superhero Ironheart, is found by Shuri and Okoye. Shuri is impressed that Riri is working on Stark technology, which hints at Riri's first time in a suit. This idea comes straight from the comics. In the comics, Riri was a teenager who embarrassed Tony Stark by figuring out how his Iron Man tech worked through reverse engineering. Armor Wars, a new movie about War Machine, is set up by the spread of Iron Man technology. Ironheart's first flight looks like a tribute to Iron Man's because she goes too high into the sky. Tony Stark had a cooling problem that almost killed him. Riri didn't connect to an oxygen supply, and so passed out from lack of oxygen. Ironheart is being billed as the next Iron Man, and this is true. Moving on, Wakanda Forever finally reveals the Contessa's role. Wakanda Forever confirms Namor is a mutant, and Ironheart makes some hilarious film references in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine makes a surprise appearance in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. She's being billed as the Nick Fury of the world after Avengers: Endgame. Julia Louis-Dreyfus played the Contessa in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier and Black Widow. Until now, her role has been a bit of a mystery. In Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, it is revealed that Contessa is the new head of the CIA and that she used to be Ross's wife. Namor is a mutant in the MCU, just like in the comics. When Disney bought most of Fox's film and TV business in 2019, Marvel got back the rights to mutants. Namor is the second mutant to be officially recognized in the main MCU timeline after Kamala Khan in the Ms. Marvel TV show on Disney+. At this point, it seems like Marvel is using the term very broadly, but hopefully things will become clear soon. Riri is scared about being taken away by the Talocanil, so she makes a lot of funny movie references about how bad guys always give women new outfits. She talks about Leah's Hut Slayer outfit, Marion Ravenwood from Indiana Jones and Belle from Beauty and the Beast. Riri feels much like the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Spider-Man, who has been dropping Star Wars Easter eggs since Captain America Civil War. Next up, Nakia left Wakanda 6 years ago, establishing Wakanda Forever's place in the MCU timeline. Namor's war speech may explain an Iron Man 2 Easter egg, and the flooding of Wakanda is lifted straight from the comics. Black Panther Wakanda Forever gives Nakia a big part, especially since the mid-credits scene shows that she and T'Challa had a child before he died. A few comments about Nakia's story arc help figure out where the movie fits in the MCU timeline. These comments suggest that it will take place in late 2024. It seems that Nakia left Wakanda with the help of King T'Challa about 6 years ago. She must have left shortly before Thanos and his army attacked Wakanda in Avengers Infinity War, which is why she wasn't there during the fight. This caused the blip where half of all living things in the universe vanished for 5 years. T'Challa was one of them. The King of Wakanda must have died soon after he got back, since Black Panther Wakanda Forever takes place a year after his death. Namor gives a war speech to the Talokanil, which may hint at how Namor was first set up in the MCU. In Iron Man 2, a S.H.I.E.L.D. hazard map shows a place in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. This is where Namor's kingdom is usually found in the comics, but the Talokanil city is in a different place. S.H.I.E.L.D. probably ran into the Talokanil at some point or found what was left of an old Talokanil city. Namor's first attack on Wakanda is so powerful that it floods the fictional African country. This idea comes from the Avengers vs. X-Men event in 2012, but the comics had a very different story. There, Namor was one of 5 mutants who became hosts for the Phoenix Force, which made his worst traits even worse. He used the power of the Phoenix to flood Wakanda, starting a war between Wakanda and Atlantis that left both countries in bad shape. The MCU just gives the Talokanil water grenades instead of a cosmic plot. Finally, Shuri's arc beautifully mirrors T'Challa's from Captain America Civil War. The new Black Panther suit has phenomenal powers, and why Namor says Imperious Rex. At the end of Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Shuri struggles to deal with her desire for revenge against Namor. This is a very common character arc. It's the same story arc that her brother T'Challa went through in Captain America Civil War, and in the end, Shuri makes the same choice as T'Challa, to let her enemy go. Comparing these two stories is interesting because their real enemy is the desire for revenge. Shuri's choice to let Namor live shows she is a good choice to be the next Black Panther. She is influenced by a vision of her mother telling her, "Show him who you are," which is the same thing Ramonda said to T'Challa in Black Panther. Shuri's new Black Panther outfit is easy to miss, but it has some familiar powers. Shuri figured out how to use Vibranium's ability to absorb energy as a weapon, as seen in Black Panther. The suit she gave T'Challa can absorb kinetic force, then explode to release it. It's not a big surprise that Shuri's suit can do the same thing, even though Namor doesn't seem hurt by the explosive energy release, and his strength beats it. Namor and Shuri's final fight is tense, and at a crucial moment, Namor says his comic book catchphrase, Imperious Rex. The phrase has never been explained, and Namor may have given Thor a hint that it means nothing when Thor asked him about it. Namor growled, "It means I'm gonna feed your sorry Asgardian hide to the biggest sharks I can find." Suffice it to say that he failed, just like he failed to beat Shuri in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Unfortunately, guys, that is all the time we have for today. That concludes our video. Did we miss an Easter egg? Let us know in the comments section below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content just like this.